Hey guys, I hope you can forgive how I look today. I'm not feeling very well, but I wanted to make sure that you had a video to watch so that you can understand informative speaking. One of the main things to think about whenever you're developing an informative speech is the structure. So I've provided a very detailed outline that you have to follow exactly on the sample outlines and speech examples tab. So make sure you take a look at that and actually just use it as a template. Fill in what you need as you build your outline. You'll see that you have 3 sources due, so let's take a moment and talk about what sources you can use and how to do some research. It's really important to think about whether or not your sources are credible. So you want to make sure that you're not using a blog because that's someone who doesn't necessarily have any study over the topic, doesn't have any specialization over the topic. So you want to avoid blogs. You want to avoid Wikipedia sites. I know that's where you're going to want to go first. And you can look at Wikipedia sites. I'm not saying don't look at it. But since anyone can go in and alter it, I don't want you to actually cite the Wikipedia site. I want you to go down and follow the links at the bottom and see where they got their research done. And then maybe you can find a credible source there. One of the sources that I use frequently, one of the search engines that I use frequently is Google Scholar. You can go into Google and then wherever it says Google Translate, gives you different options on the kinds of Google that you can use. Select Scholar and you'll come up with peer-reviewed research, which means that it's people who specialize in the area, have looked at this area of research and have found that it's credible, well-researched, well-rounded, and it makes sense. And they've analyzed all those things and then they've published it or agreed that it should be published. So it's really important to look for those articles whenever you're looking for an informative speech. For this speech, you're going to pick a product, so you may not use Google Scholar as much, but you can just go ahead and use Google as a search engine, but you still want to stay away from blogs. You may find news reports on it. You might find research on it about the medical use of a drug or something like that. But you want to make sure that you use a credible source. There's a big theme in what I'm saying right now. It's credibility. So let's take a moment and talk about speaker credibility. Speaker credibility can be derived from several things, one of it being how you're dressed, how you present yourself. But the other thing is how you're speaking about the topic. So you want to make sure that you know a lot about the topic that you're choosing. That's why you're doing research, and that's why you're providing the 3 sources at the end of the week. Do plenty of research. Make sure that you deliver your research, deliver your speech in a confident manner. If you don't believe what you're saying, we're not going to believe what you're saying. So make yourself an expert and show us how you're an expert on the topic. There's a lot of things that go into credibility, and that is talking about the topic you're choosing, the sources that you're using, those kinds of things. So you want to make sure that you are knowledgeable about what you're talking about. That's pretty much it about informative speeches. I know this is really quick, but this is one of the most important speeches that you're going to learn to do. But it's pretty straightforward as long as you abide by the outline. If you have any questions about what something is on the outline, feel free to ask. I'm also going to post some sample videos that you can watch about how some successful informative speeches. I look forward to seeing your speeches and the different projects that you do as you're developing your speech. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll be feeling better when I do it next. See you later. Bye-bye.